Okay, so welcome back. Very quickly, I want to take about 10 minutes to recap what we've learned and to tell you what to do today. What you're doing today from the learning website is to do the lab. Has anyone taken a look at it? That's okay if you have not. I will explain it in a second. Then what you can start working on is called assignment. When is assignment due?
Saturday, 6:30.
Alright, so Saturday. Saturday, and normally in Ho Chi Minh City we have tutorial sessions on Saturday. So would you like to have one in Hanoi as well? Let's in case last minute you get stuck anywhere, we can do it here. It means I have to come here one day earlier. So how about Saturday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. How's that? As long as most people can come, right? It will help you solve problems. You can ask questions.
Are you encouraging last-minute submissions?
It's okay to submit last minute as long as you don't start last minute. You should start after today, tomorrow, and hopefully, because things are confusing, right? When you ask how to do this, sometimes people may tell you more than one way to do things. That's normal. That's adult life, right? Nothing is the right answer. So if you start early, you run into problems, you can ask. Okay? Now, so that's assignment. Tentatively, I can do a tutorial session. Tutorial session about 2 hours, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. In Hanoi, we do it 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the morning. But it means I cannot be at both places. So I'll take the Saturday morning flight. It's going to be fun. All right. My announcement recently, I asked you guys to prepare for class. I think it's here, right? Did you guys see it? Normally, I make some announcements here. It's okay if you don't check Facebook every day. That's good for you. But once in a while, there's even a Facebook groups app if you want. I post some announcement here. If you guys prefer, I can also post it to Slack instead. So what did I say? Bring your laptop. Everyone got that? I say this second line. Who here understand what I mean? If you understand, do this. If you don't, do this. You all understand what I mean? Alright, that's okay. So you do this, that's okay, right? So what I mean is your laptop is configured so that you can run Rails app without having to change too many settings. So what I ask here is that if when you create a new Rails app, you say Rails new -d PostgreSQL, and then you do something, right? And then if you do Rails DB migrate, some of you, it will just crash and say, oh, username doesn't exist. That's because of the database problem. We want to fix the PostgreSQL setting so that Rails is easy. So that if you pull your friend's code, you can just set it up and run it. That's my intention. On Slack, I answer this question as well. I've touched these places so you know where to look for help. We are in Hanoi, right? So a lot of communications in the Hanoi channel. We may have a competition between the Hanoi class and a Ho Chi Minh City class. But you're responsible for the Hanoi channel. Random, just, we're having fun here. But questions is the channel where you can ask anything related to homework. So I mentioned up here, I think somewhere, right? I forgot who asked me the question. Does anyone remember where I answered the PostgreSQL question? So if you're not in Hanoi, make sure you join the Hanoi channel. If you're not on Slack, make sure you message me. And in this channel, question channel, things go really fast. So just catch what you can. Sometimes you can help your friends. Sometimes, you just go there to ask questions. So I answer this person. Ming, are you in this class? You're in this class, right? So did you understand my point? Okay, my point here is that Rails says, oh, you're telling me to use PostgreSQL, right? The gem PG line in your gem file, and you create your app with Rails generate -d. You remember that one? Okay, it means Rails expect this. PostgreSQL port 5432, and if your your username in your computer is blah blah and then it's blank. Okay? This is how it works. So right now, if you all have this set up, it means you can work with each other easily. So that's my point. So I wrote up here explaining, if you guys have any problems, you can look into it. If you have problems now, I can help you fix it. Okay? So that's the point about Postgres. Any question about database? No?
I can configure
Yeah, we can fix that. You only have to fix it one time. Fix it so that they are. I explained in this doc. If you go here, in your command line, if you do this, you want to fix it so you have a username that is your, your role here is your name, username, and then you have the ability to create a database, because when you do db create, it creates this this table called restaurant underscore development, restaurant underscore test. Do you remember that? I can help you set up Postgres. That's okay. Yeah. Do you have PostgreSQL? Okay. Next. Recap, right? First lecture, first week and second week is really difficult. So a lot of people drop out. They cannot make it. We lose a few people. Either they finish homework too late, or they just don't understand enough. So there are, some resources here. By now, you probably know how to run Ruby and do some basic deployment. Read more about Ruby if you have time, right? For Rails, I did not cover too much. I wanted to slow down in the first lecture. So I want to push more guides for you guys over time. But assignment, let's recap what we already know. So what do we already know from last time? Did you see my recap notes? This, if you remember that, it will help you with the lab today. In my walkthrough, I explained that you understand now. For us, we use PostgreSQL so that all of us can share the same database configuration. You know how to run Rails generate with the model stuff, and then understand the scaffold. Right? Who here doesn't know what scaffold? Like, raise your hand like this if you understand what scaffold does, and like this if you don't know, and like this if you are not sure. You like half. Like maybe. Okay, so do I see any fist? So when you run it, just try running it, right? If you don't like it afterwards, then you call destroy. This is generate, right? And if you don't like it, just say you call destroy. But it explains to you what files and folders it creates. Okay? So for the app today, we explain pair programming. Alright, raise your hand again. This means you've done pair programming before. You know what it is. This means you don't know. Pair programming. If you've never done pair programming, and if you've done pair programming a little bit and you're really not sure. So some people really have done pair programming, right? What is pair programming? Can you tell us? Yeah, what's your name? At the same time, okay. What else? Take turn. Okay, so what we want is you guys speaking out what you guys are doing. So read the instruction here. One person is called a supervisor. The supervisor doesn't code. So if you have two computers, that's okay. But the supervisor only used the computer to read instruction, to Google, or whatever. Okay? The driver is the one who drives, so as if you're driving the same car, right? Only one person drives. The person who drives code. Now, milestone 1, decide one. Maybe the one on the right hand side. Okay? And milestone 1 is really simple. Set it up, make sure you can run it. Push to GitHub, push to Heroku. It should work, and you should have a basic app. The app, we have a starter code, is really basic. If you click here, it will allow you to create a new repository, and you can clone it. Ask questions if you're not sure there. Okay. So when you're done, as you also know, if you want to add your partner to Heroku, this is a short syntax. So you don't have to go to Heroku. Who here has not set up Heroku? You all did, right? You did the pre-work. I hope so. Who here didn't do the pre-work? Okay. Now, when you're done, push, then you switch, right? The other person pull the code. Sometimes internet is bad. Then you're like, okay, I'm gonna code on your computer, right? But try to do that. Pull the code. The code is small anyway, and then all the other pull is really short. Only the first time is a little slower, and then you change. The next person do the coding, right? And this person generate the model, test it out, run Rails console. And enjoy the magic where everything's loaded there. You can play with the code. You don't have to look at the website, right? So play along, type all of this, understand what you guys are doing. This here tell you how to load data into your database from a text file. So try that as well. And then you continue, switch back, and throughout this exercise, follow it, explain to your friend. Raise your hand if you have questions. Jun and I will help. Okay, so the goal is for you to get to as many milestones as possible, and we will track that. Sounds good? All right, now pick your partner. Just random, right? Pick your partner. If you like him, he or she may be your final project partner, right? Next time you can pick a different person, but just pick one, yeah? Okay.